Hey, what's up guys? John from SNS Cycle here. In today's video, we're going to be talking to you about the newest addition to the Stealth Air Cleaner Kit line, the Air Stinger. What's great about this kit? It's going to offer 55% more airflow over your stock air cleaner. There's a couple different options that you can choose from within the kit, meaning the cover itself. First option, you have your brushed ring. It sits just like so. And you also have mini teardrops, the chrome and the black. The Air Stinger top plate now includes an additional air filter element within the middle of it to allow more airflow. And what's great about this is it's washable just like your air filter itself. This kit includes all the hardware you need for an install, and it's offered for 2001 and up Big Twin models and 2007 and up Sportster models. Currently on the rack right now, we have our Road King M8. And as you can see, we've already taken off our stock air cleaner. We're going to show you how to install this today. So let's get to it. Before we install the Air Stinger kit, we're going to go ahead and prep the backing plate for installation. The first step in this process is to mount the electrical plug cover. Within the kit, you will receive this cover and a self-tapping screw. On the back of the backing plate, you will locate the bottom hole and the top hole within the plug and the open hole. The open hole will be for the self-tapping screw. Start the thread by hand and then screw it in until tight. The next step in the preparation for the backing plate is to add in the 3 screws into the backing plate. Now these are threaded, so you can hand thread these in and let them hang out of the back. Just leave these hanging out until we go to install the backing plate. Now we're ready to add in our supplied O-ring into the groove that is on the back of the backing plate. To hold the O-ring in its place, take a little bit of grease and add it in around the groove of the backing plate. Then insert the O-ring. This will help keep it in place while installing. Now we're going to prep our breather bolts. To do this, we're going to add 1 rubber coated washer to the head of the bolt, slide it through the mounting hole, add a rubber coated washer to the back of the bolt, just like so. And we'll repeat for the other side. Before we install the backing plate, there's one thing I want to know. There's a bracket that comes stock on the M8s that goes from breather bolt to breather bolt, and it mounts to the throttle body. This bracket right here needs to be removed to install the Stealth backing plate. Now we're ready to install the backing plate. We're going to add a little bit of blue Loctite to all of the bolts, keeping your hands on the breather bolts so they don't fall out. We're going to go ahead and line up the breather bolts like so, and hand feed in the breather bolt. And hand feed in the other bolts. Now that we've gotten all the bolts hand started, we're going to go ahead and snug them up, and then we will torque them down. We're going to start off with the bolts that go into the throttle body and then move over to the breather bolts. Now we're going to torque down these 3 bolts to 72 inch-pounds of torque. Now that we've gotten these 3 bolts torqued down, we're going to go ahead and check the air gap between the backing plate and the cylinder head. The best way to do that is a feeler gauge. You slip the feeler gauge right into the back of the backing plate and see if it slides through. Do this to both sides. If you feel a gap bigger than the supplied rubber coated washers, go ahead and add another one to the back to fill in the gap. If you feel that it's smaller, go ahead and torque it down. In our case, we're good to go, and we're going to go ahead and torque this down. Now we're ready to torque down our breather bolts. We're going to do that at 12 foot-pounds of torque. Now that we've gotten the backing plate all mounted up and ready to go, we're going to add on our air filter. We're going to slide it on to the backing plate like so. Then we're going to take our air stinger cover and place it into the front where the mounting holes are on the backing plate, holding it in its place. And we're going to add the mini teardrop cover to this bike. So we're going to take that and we're going to slide it right on top and line up all the holes like so. We're going to hold it right there. We're going to take the provided air cleaner cover bolts, add a little bit of blue Loctite to them, and hand start them. And using a Phillips screwdriver, we'll go ahead and lock this into place. If your kit includes the brushed aluminum ring, the install is the same as the teardrop cover. And there you have it. That's how you install the Air Stinger Stealth Air Cleaner Kit. If you like this video, make sure to give us a like. Always follow us on our social media channels. And for more information, check out sscycle.com.